What's up, desktop? Oh, wait. What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for the 2026 Arnold Classic Prejudging for the Open Men and also the finals for the Classic Physique. We also have another few divisions as well on the card, so this is going to be exciting. We get to see the likes of Andrew Jacked. We get to see the likes of Hadi Choopan. We get to see Martin Fitzwater, Nick Walker, Brandon Curry, Rafael Brandao or Rafael Brandao, whichever way you pronounce that, because I've heard both. We've got Mo Foda, who's looking incredible. We've got Anthony Williams, who posted a physique update today as well. And we are about to begin in 5 minutes for the 2026 Arnold Classic. And I see, as soon as I look up, I see Mark's Max Muscle. Hello, everyone. Mark here from Mark's Max Muscle. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Bora. And there is my girl in the chat as well. But yeah, let me know where you're from. Let me know where you come from to watch this. I see the Brazilian flags. Drop the flag of where you're from in the chat. And drop the name of who you think is going to win this 2026 Arnold Classic. Because there's a ton of names you can pick. Because there is there's no clear favorite. You like that back, like the border I put on there? It's not too bad. Hey, Mark. It's not too bad. Or the backdrop of the Arnold Classic. I'm just stoked on my border because I thought it went with the Arnold Classic colors. But Greece, we've got Greece in the house. India. You might have to drop the names of some of these places as well because I might not realize it. Scotland, South Africa. I've got all flags so far. What's that one? Is that Netherlands? I don't think it is. What is that one? Sweden, Scotland, America, Nepal in the house, Israel. I'm from Canada, not sure how to make the flag. I think do you have a Mac, Mark? Sure. Hey, we've got BT Dusty, the main man, the man of the super chats, the #1 fan in the first stream. Thank you so much, my man. Sent another super chat saying he's hoping Nick is center call out Wesley for the win. Yeah, I know Todd there, BT Dusty, is a big Nick Walker fan. Steezy Wonder says classic Mattius, Wesley, and Andrea Mammoli. Houston, Texas. We've got Australia. We've got Scotland. You got Nick winning it. Iran. We've got Iran in the house. Ooh, we've got is that Portugal? Or no, is that Spain? No, Portugal, right? Northern Ireland. Alaska. Holy crap. People from everywhere. But let's break this down a little bit. I'm going to give you guys my Arnold Classic predictions as well because this is about to begin. So before it begins, I want to give at least a little bit of my predictions. Oh, I'm getting a little lag. So let's not get too crazy. Should be unlagging in a second. I just went a little too crazy opening too many things, you know? There we go. Closing a few things off right now. And what I can do actually is get rid of that preview for a second. There we go. Okay, we're good now. Sorry for you, Hardy gonna win. Oh, Mark wants the Lee Haney impression. Hey guys, hey Ron, what's going on? It's Lee Haney. I'm the coolest of the cool. And I gotta tell you, I have Samson winning this show. Even though Samson's not doing it, I feel like it's easy to say Samson in Lee Haney's voice. Samson, I said you are the Nigerian prince, Samson, and you're here to take this title. But I like Andrew. He brings those aesthetics. So yeah, I have Andrew Jacked winning this one. Stream is lagging hard. Mine is, or just overall? Shouldn't be too laggy now. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. But yeah, I have Andrew winning. I have Hadi second. I have Brandon Curry in third. So Brandon Curry is my big shocker of who's actually going to win this one. My girlfriend's gone for Hadi. I didn't even know that until now. So the things you find out, you know. But yeah, Mofota might turn some heads as well, as some of you are saying. On my screen, it's not lagging too bad now. Let me just check to make sure it's not too laggy. Lag. Turn myself right down here. Let me get back to where we're up to. Oh no, we're moving smooth now. It's got that old school video, so that's just the casual normal lag. No, it looks good. It looks good. The video looks good. I'm happy with it. Just crossing my T's and dotting my I's, you know. Hadi for first place, all the way from New Zealand, originally from South Africa. Ah, interesting. New Zealand, so just across the pond from us. Me in Tasmania, Australia. So yeah, my top three is Andrew, Hadi, Nick. No, Andrew, Hadi, Brandon, Nick, Martin. Then I've got, after Martin, I have, I'm going to say Mofota. I'm going to say Rafael Brandao. I'm going to say Anthony Williams, Akeem Williams, and then Hassan Mustafa. The show is getting underway, fam. The show is getting underway. We have a national anthem being sung. Try to actually connect my AirPods now, if they want to. I don't know if they're just trying to connect to something else, but Dr. Yvette Diva Williams. Let me turn it on to my internal speakers. Take these guys out. It isn't lagging, it's just because I took my AirPods out that it did that. Suppose it doesn't matter too much, but the sound ain't sounding, you know. Let me just pop these back in. It'll just pause the stream for 1 second. I just need to get the sound, just in case I don't know something. That's just me taking my AirPods out, so don't mind me. It'll start again in 1 second. There we go. We have sound. Beautiful. Okay, but I think it's about time for a poll. Can we get a "Hoi yeah"? Is that what you're doing? Hoi yeah? Hoi yeah? Hoi yeah? Is that? I hope that's what you meant. No, we won't be playing the sound on the actual stream because there's music. Then I can get actually copyright struck. So trust me, it is not worth the sound. But the stream is here. I will be commentating the whole thing. I'll be giving you some fun facts. Where would Mike have placed in Opened? I think he would have placed 9th. Because being over that weight limit, if he's able to get up to 212, then... Can you guys hear me speaking? It is open prejudging. It is. It's open prejudging. I believe we've got fitness finals, which is like the routines. This is live. This is live now. This is the live stream of the 2026 Arnold Classic. Thank you, everyone, for giving me that. Yes, that I am. You can hear me. That's always good. Is Sam Sulek still in or out? He is in. He is in this contest. Let's zoom this in a little bit. Frame me a little better up in that corner. I have a lot of things on my desk here. Got my laptop in case I need to start doing some other work that won't overload my computer. I've really set this one up. I can't put the audio on because there's going to be music throughout, and on YouTube that will get you copyright struck, so then the stream will be gone. I'm supposed to be sleeping, must go out in 5 hours. Whoa, I forgot that was my coffee. Hopefully it doesn't crash 20 minutes in like last time, yeah. And that's what happened on the prejudging stream. So for prejudging, we missed those comparisons. And what I'm going to do actually, I've got the videos, I've got the comparisons, courtesy of Rep 1. I have some HD video of those classic physique guys. Let's see if they start with open. Okay, so starting with fitness. So what I can do is bring up some video. I've got it actually already loaded up in here. Just need to make sure I know which one it is. Let's see who's coming out first. Abby Bolton up first. She's a very consistent competitor. I like her routines. Maybe not as like cut out and shredded as some of these other competitors, but very, very impressive. Top fans in the chat so far. Let's see who's winning. Shally Magar. I wonder who that is. She's number 1 just over BT Dusty, and then Pedrinho _Fit2. Streets Spirit, and then HH Soli. Thank you guys. You can get up the top by either dropping super chats, useful comments, all that good stuff. Oh, BT Dusty, he goes into the lead immediately. Thank you so much, my man. This is me paying for the free live stream content. Shout out to Dillian and Marcus, who are cuddling in a hotel room right now. He's talking about Dylan from Project Bodybuilding, if you don't know him. Now, I want to show a bit of every competitor, but I am going to pop up that classic physique prejudging callouts. So I'm going to show that for you guys, courtesy of, I think, ESN, and Rep 1. So let me pull that up on the screen for you. But shout out to Abby Bolton. I feel bad covering any of this stream, but I have to show the fans what they want. Now, there's one of Sam Sulek, but here are the callouts. So you can see here from left to right now, I think I'm going to move them around. You've got Menegate, Mattius Menegate, who's about to move into the middle there. It's Menegate, he's moving in. Oh, I don't know why that's going so slow. I think because, it's because I've got multiple things going. See there. Double bicep. Going into that front double bicep. Front double, you got to give it to Wesley. He's too thickly muscled. Even though Menegate, who's also in the middle there, Kim Angel on the right as well, by the way. Andrea Mammoli on the left, and then Wesley Vissers is obviously the other competitor. I think Wesley's too thick there. But Wesley, I don't think was at his very best. Somewhere close to it. Freshly broadcasted. Thank you so much. He's referring to me. It's a bad audio. Oh, wait, has my audio gone bad? Can you please tell me? Dominoes and thighs. Was there music playing throughout all that? Turn the audio off. How do I do that with this? I didn't even realize there's audio playing with that video. Ah, okay. I apologize. How do I mute this? I couldn't even hear it on my end, so that's weird. I wonder why. Let me know if my audio is better now. Is my audio good now? Okay, good, good. The video audio is bad. Okay, I get you. I apologize for that, guys. I apologize. There's no option here in OBS to actually mute that, which is really weird. Let me have a look, because I'd love to show you guys that footage. But not if it means it's going to sound terrible. Is there an option to mute? How long before open prejudging? Well, we have the fitness on stage now. Tonight we've got the fitness finals. All it is, I believe, is routines. So it's only routines. Once they've done these routines and awards, they might do them later anyway. Once that's done, it's over. Oh wait, there's a super chat I missed, I think. Rational Muscle, thank you so much. Thanks for the stream, mate, and thanks for showing actual bodybuilding videos versus chickadees doing backflips. Look, I tried, but it was loud. It was loud up in there. Actually, I've got an idea. I know how I can show that to you guys. And it'll be a lot better. So let's go to... We can go to rep 1. Hopefully I don't overload the system here. Rep 1. I believe it was on rep 1. Here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Now the audio should not be coming through here. Now let me bring this up. So this is from the Classic Physique Prejudging. This is the callouts. This is the missing footage that everyone has wanted, courtesy of Rep 1. Shout out to Rep 1. Give them a good old thumbs up there. Support the good ones. And thanks again, Rational Muscle. Thank you so much. You've motivated me to actually open this up. So everyone thank Rational Muscle. And of course, thanks to Rep 1. Front double bicep, Wesley. Kim Angel there on the right, though. I've got to be honest, I might have Kim Angel in second. He's just so shredded. I think I'd push him up into that second spot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you have Mattius or Angel in second? Because Kim Angel has the disadvantage of where he's standing on stage too. The fitness is on stage right now, so... Anna Femina. Hearing her strong point is always her routine. Might watch a little bit of that. Let me just go back a little bit on this footage. Who do you guys have on the back double bicep? Back double's got to be Wesley. Kim Angel needs to thicken that up a little bit on the right. Just a little bit. But so conditioned. Ab and thigh, probably Menegate on this one. This is where Menegate wins some points. And then he probably does win the classic pose too. So I can see why he beat Kim Angel. But I think it's incredibly close. And Wesley there, just, we want to see that little bit more detail. He's brought enough quad this time, which I'm happy with, but from a back, it's just not as there as much. Anyway, I do like the fitness, to be honest. Like, the routines are actually pretty cool. When does the classic start? I'm not sure the exact running order. They may have ran that earlier on in the stream and told people when that's going to be, but I'm not exactly sure when it's going to be. And guys, whoa, that's a crazy move. That's super cool. Doing the worm. Cool routine. I don't know if you guys remember Oksana Groshina. She was really like the standard when it came to fitness back in the day, and she had the most entertaining routines. See? He's like, I can't believe she did those moves. Let me lift this up a little bit so the Arnold get their sponsors on the screen. Give me a second here. There we go. You can see the Jim Reaper sponsorship there. Don't want to be leaving them out. Whoa, it's a cool routine. Cool start. Michael Jackson style routine. Hey, Leon Eckstein. At least it's not Leon Epstein. Thank you so much for the super chat. You didn't even ask a question or anything, Leon. You got a question or want to make a comment, you can chuck that below. Thank you so much for the super chat. It is very much appreciated. I think I can touch my toes still. Someone said this one's last place and I don't even know what I'm judging. Oh, this one's pretty, she's pretty good. Just adjusting a few little things here in the background. There we go. Cannot wait to see how these open guys are. Brian Powers, is that the real Brian Powers? Brian, I think it is the real Brian Powers. That's the executive producer of the Arnold Classic there in the chat. Everyone say hi to Brian. Because I believe that actually is the real Brian Powers. I'm pretty sure. Because Brian commented on an interview that Lee Priest and I did on IFBB AMA the other day. Brian had some awesome insight. Maybe because I'm like a bodybuilding nuffy, like I'm obsessed with bodybuilding and I love to know all the behind the scenes sort of stuff and things that he could, you know, give us some insight in on. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. So go to ifbbama.org. Wow, I've got a little pop-up here. Visit ifbbama.org for full-length podcast. I'll pop that down because that's covering the sponsors there. A great interview. It was nearly 2 hours, which, you know, sit in, chill out, just listen to it casually, and you'll hear some stuff that's like really, really, really cool in there. So shout out to Brian Powers. The dude has his finger on the pulse the entire time as well. But like the Arnold Classic, like there's nothing that the Arnold ever seems to do, like, but it seems like they can do no wrong. And not even just because like they're getting like special treatment. It's like they literally don't do anything wrong. Are there any big names in the New York Pro? Shout outs for Super Chat Gene8400. New York Pro, we've had a few drop out, unfortunately. Sergio Oliva Jr., man, I feel so bad for Sergio. He's torn his pec, which is just terrible. So but he's out. Urs Kalasinski is out. He got really sick, and people saying, "Oh, he's so far out of the New York, just getting sick." He might have been sick for like 2 weeks with like a flu or something, and it's like if that happens in your prep, you're probably not going to bring your best. So I get pulling out. Thank you, Leon Eckstein. Thank you for your awesome broadcasting over the years. Always a crack up when you and Lee start doing your podcasts and shows. Yeah, weekly podcast, IFBB AMA. Check them out. Myself, Lee Priest, and we get some guests on now and then. Yeah, saw Sergio Torres' bicep. Did I say something else? Yeah, Sergio is out. Unfortunately. He's in hospital, torn bicep. I believe we've got Alison Dominguez Kramer is coming out on stage now. I would love that last name, Kramer. But yeah, big names. Crizzo, I believe, is in the New York Pro. I have a very strong feeling if Nick Walker doesn't win this Arnold Classic that he'll be in that New York Pro because he said he's not doing Detroit. And I don't think he wants to do a full other prep like in the middle of a year and then go to the Olympia. I don't think that would be ideal for Nick. Who else is in the New York Pro? Can anyone give us a bit of a heads up? Who's doing it? I'm trying to remember, there was a few other names that I speculate might be doing it. We could see Antonio Burton in there. He could be doing Pittsburgh and New York. I know he's prepping now, I believe. Bunch of guys are doing Detroit. Kramer is a cool ass last name. All right, it's time to poll you guys on who you have winning. Who? I can only put 4 names. What 4 names do I leave out? Brandon? I have Brandon in third, but I guess I'll leave him out of a prediction here at least anyway. And you can let me know in the comments if you have Brandon winning. Who do you have winning? Ah, Christos from Melbourne, Victoria. What's up, my man? Just across the pond from me. Araya should do New York Pro. That'd be a good one. I'm down in Tasmania. Who do you have winning? The Arnold. Let's go by ranking. Hadi Choopan has to be the number 1 ranked guy going into this contest, then followed by Andrew Jacked. And then we'll go Hadi Choopan, Andrew Jacked. We've got, who else do we have in that contest? We have Martin Fitzwater, I'd say would be the next ranked guy. Beat Samson Dowder recently, placed very well at the Olympia. And then I'll say, ranking-wise, we put Brandon, but I think most people are putting Nick, so let's go Nick Walker, but do not count out Brandon. Start that poll. Nick should do Detroit. It's a week later and should be a slam dunk. He'd look nutty with those lights and backdrop. Yeah, I think he should too, but maybe there's a personal thing there. I know Fuad, does his own channel. They had a bit of falling out at one stage, but I felt like they were friends again. But I don't think it's got anything to do with that, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe there's grievances there. I don't know. Who knows? The voting's pretty close, but more of you favouring so far Andrew Jacked, but only 100 votes so far. Get your votes in the poll. Also, if you can give the stream a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Amber Stefan from Austin, Texas is up next. Chat, I'm new to the Arnold. When will they be on stage? The Arnold works very, very efficiently. Oh, Christos, Tassie is a great place to visit. Only a few hours from Melbourne Port. That last bit confused me. Yeah, you can. This girl is energetic. Xavier used to look like Ivan bodybuilding when he shaved his head years ago. Magaman UK. How long since I shaved my head? It's like a long time ago. Can't even remember when I last shaved my head. I don't think I look like... I didn't fully shave my head anyway. Christos, you're a Greek Aussie. This is fitness on stage now. But we do have open coming up. Okay, so yeah, two-thirds of the judging in fitness is the routine. So much comes down to this finals. Like, it's one of the few divisions where finals matters a lot more than prejudging. One round is comparisons, then one round is the routines, which I like. I like it to be more about the routines, and then, hey, like, you can't just win with a junk physique either. Unless you clean sweep the routine. And maybe, no, you probably can't if you get last in the physique round, so. You want to see Mammoli? We all want to see Mammoli. Mammoli. I just got on what's this ballerina class. The ballerina classic, you know? No, it's fitness division. It actually is pretty entertaining, but yeah, it's not going to be the most entertaining. Port Melbourne is the suburb you take ferry. Oh, ferry to Tassie. Yeah. Yeah, I've taken that ferry a few times. I drove from Perth to Melbourne to move over and caught that ferry down. I've caught it a few times. And then when I moved to New South Wales, then I drove down from there and caught it down to Tassie again when I moved back. So, but they will go through this. Like, as soon as they're done their routines, it is done for fitness. They don't do more comparisons because they're obviously all dressed up in costume and stuff. So. The moves are crazy though. Like, and the thing I like is you could go into fitness and you don't have to be like jacked or look like a figure girl straight away because you can get through on your routines and place well. So okay, so let's go to the poll. Over 250 votes on there already. Who do you have winning the Arnold Classic? 33% of you are saying Hadi Choopan, 40% of you are saying Andrew Jacked, 12% are saying Martin Fitzwater, and 16% are saying Nick Walker. So more have Nick Walker winning than Martin Fitzwater. That's sort of a first matchup, and most people have those guys close. Someone said, any idea why Nick Strength and Power didn't get an Arnold sponsor this year like he did other years? I'm so glad you are streaming this, you bloody ledge. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I have no clue why he didn't get a sponsorship like that. They're in Arnold Oz this year. When I lived in Oz, I went to Tony's show in 2008 and saw Dexter winning in his Olympia year. Doherty is the man. Yeah, for sure. There is no Arnold Oz, unfortunately. COVID killed it. Sadly, COVID killed it. Tony lost, I think, a lot of money. In excess of $1 million on COVID and being shut down, so... Maravan. She's got an Arnold t-shirt on. Wise. That's brownie points. Do you reckon she'll rip that off? For sure, I reckon. Oh, they've put the wrong music on, I think. Oh, she had Arnold's voice in her routine saying, "Hello, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger." Arnold's loving it too. Ah, this is fantastic. Look at her. She's jumping everywhere. Oops, I'm just going to move my little thing there so you can see Arnold. Just remove myself from there for a second. Like this routine. It's like good music, bit entertaining. It makes such a difference, but you guys can't actually hear it, so sorry about that. And I can't even play it because we'll just get, demonetized. Let me go to Instagram because there is one update as well. Let me just head over here. Holy crap. Jeff Nippard, this has posted an important update from Jeff Nippard team. Now, this is very off topic. Says it is with profound sorrow that we share the sudden passing of Jeff's fiance and partner of 10 years, Stephanie. As many of you know, Stephanie meant the world to Jeff. She'll be remembered for her warmth, compassion. Wow, that is devastating. Many of you would know Jeff Nippard, young guy. Holy shit. That's awful. That's crazy. That's awful. Poor guy. Oh, Justin Batterina looking good there. Another classic guy. What was I going to look up? I was going to look up Anthony Williams. I saw Anthony looking very, very good, and I want to show you guys Anthony. This is Anthony Williams making his pro debut today. You'll see him on stage within the next, I'd say, 80 minutes or so. And he's looking damn good. That's a very pleasing physique. And he's very tall as well. You might say, he's too small or whatever, but Anthony Williams is legit. So we do have the stream going as well, if you guys are wondering. So we'll go back to that. Currently have the fitness on stage right now. We have some divisions coming up very, very soon. How long till open? Well, we've got Classic Physique and Open coming up, and we also have Wellness Finals. Wellness Finals will be super, super, super quick. The Arnold does not mess around. You'll think, it's taken so long, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, boom, it's there. They don't mess around at the Arnold. There's no fluff. No fluff. And I'm sure Brian Powers wouldn't mind me saying this as well. Brian Powers' salary, or at least his bonuses or something like that, money is dictated on if this Arnold goes overtime. If it goes overtime, he loses money. I believe Brian told me that. Hope that's not that's not private information. I think he said I can tell people that, so. So Brian has every incentive to make sure that this runs on time. That's it for fitness. That's it. Fitness is done. Fitness is done. We might have classic, open, or wellness finals now. I'm not sure. Okay. Wellness is next, but I presume it will just be walkouts, comparisons. That's it. We won't do the first lot. So they were only 20 minutes at prejudging. I think this is going to go quicker than 20 minutes. So also shout out to Gym Reapers for sponsoring this. Elisa Alcantara. Yeah, she looks incredible. Like very, very small waist. I would actually have her winning. She's not as crisp as the other competitor that she's sort of head to head with, but yeah, very, very pleasing physique. Small waist, very round quads. But I suppose it depends what you're into in terms of physiques. Like a lot of bodybuilders will like the harder, more crisp look. Nearly 500 votes in the poll. Shout out to you guys for being the OGs. Someone said, I don't think anyone can beat Martin's shape. What about Andrew Jacked? You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to show you guys one thing. I want to pop a couple of things up on the screen. Now, I don't want to get any lag, but I don't know if you guys have seen it. No one reported on it. No one noticed it, but Martin Fitzwater, I don't know if he has a torn bicep or it's a bad shot or what it is, but I don't know if it'll come up on stage. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if the tan will cover it or not, but it was lasting like several days. I'll find the image. Got to go back a few. Got a lot of photos saved up in here. That's not it. Let me go through and find it. And you guys can give me your opinion on it. Got some other things to show as well. Like Brandon Curry looking freaking insane. Look how good Brandon Curry looks. Seriously. How impressive is... I mean, I know we've got other divisions on stage right now. Look at... Looks so damn good. Okay, so let me just try to find these photos of Martin where there's like... Okay, so I'm going to bring this photo up first and foremost. Let's put that down here. So you can see Martin here. Now this is just speculating. I hope there's nothing up with his bicep, but can you see that sort of lump on his outer biceps? I thought to myself, I'm like, it's just stretched against his chest, right? And I've sort of seen that sort of like that bit of a line there on his bicep before, but it seems to be popping a lot more. Now, firstly, let me know what you think on that there. Oh, Todd, do you know something we don't about Brandon? Well, you have to wait and see, but I think Brandon is looking nuts. I think this is going to be his best look out of his last three. He looked really good at the Arnold last year. I think he placed about 4th or 5th. Looked great at the Olympia. Many, many people said he could have placed higher, and it was one of his best looks ever. And third contest working with this same coach. And he's always good off a shorter layoff because he stays really big. And $750,000 on the table, I think we see Brandon Curry at least in the top 4. I don't know who for, all that sort of stuff, but yeah, I just have a feeling. But yeah, so we got C there on Martin, right? So you can see that. Now, I need to show you more evidence because that is not enough to make any sort of speculation out of, right? I don't know if I can bring that up without sound. Let me just try. I'll just try to find the photo. Okay. So now you can see, let's make this a bit smaller on the screen. Now, can you guys see that far bicep? And notice the photo is in black and white. Can you see that bruise on that same bicep at the back? I don't know if that's just a bad shot. This is a couple of days out. This is actually Martin's girlfriend on stage right now, Alexis Drury. I thought it was Alexis Nicole, but that might be like a middle name or whatever. I see a bruise there too. Someone said Martin put oil in his arms. I'm not making any speculation here, but. So you got that. I really want to show this video. You can see there, it's on the opposite arm there because that's taken through a mirror, as you can see photography in the background, but you can see a clear dark mark there. Now I might take a screenshot of one of these videos. I'm just going to take a screenshot rather than show the video because the video is very short, plus also you probably hear all the horrible loud noise from it, so. Right, now let me remove them. Rayani Fagal. She's one of the contenders for this one as well, by the way. She's Brazilian as well. I'll wait for her to come off the stage because she is one of the contenders for the win here. And then I'll show what could be a shot, or it could be a tear or something in Martin's arm. I apologize, guys, for those who want to see the wellness. Everyone's like, move the dude. And after this, I'll show you that one other photo. Oil scanner. I mean, a tear can be caused by a bad shot. They aren't mutually exclusive. That's actually a very good point. A tear can be caused by a bad shot for sure. I've heard guys that shoot their lats can definitely can actually be more prone to actually tearing a lat. All right, let me show this really quickly. Whoa, that's huge. Cassandra Gill's coming out on stage now. She was actually in the last call out. She's a former Arnold Classic champion. I just want to show this. So look at that bicep. Can you see that, how it's sort of peaking there? You see near the top of the bicep, how it pops up. So whether that's a shot, and it's bruised on the inside as well. So whether that's a shot, and I hope it's just a shot that's going to calm down, dissipate and everything like that for Martin's sake. But that could be something more serious, and it could be one of those things that we see on stage and go, holy crap, what happened to Martin's bicep? And it could just be a tear, or it could be a bad shot. We've seen it with bodybuilders before. I mean, Dexter Jackson's had it before and a few other guys, but let me know what you think that is. Sorry if you want to see Alexis. She will be back out for comparisons though. His bicep reminds me of a hole that Big Ramy had in his quad. It's not that bad, I don't think. I was actually the first one, I think, to point out Ramy's quad hole because it got posted up and there's just this huge divot in his quad. It was crazy. Yeah, I hope it's not a tear for Martin. I really hope it's not. Camille Loose, it sounded like he said. Yeah, she's got a great physique. Like, Cassandra Gills has that bit more of a sharp sort of like conditioning. And some people have to have that, but Camille has like much sort of, I don't want to say a softer look because she's in great condition, but the small waist and the just, you know, even conditioning everywhere without being like too hard. Poses very slow, very gracefully and all that. So after this is, we've got fitness, we've got wellness, and then we have classic, physique, and open. So we don't have too much longer to wait before we get to see either classic or the open guys, the big boys. Someone said, Camille is beautiful in the face. Genetics, who's that? Someone said, bro, what are these glutes? Do they put oil in them? I honestly, there's got to be implants on these women. Some people are saying. Many of them are Brazilian. So I don't know. They definitely have genetics for it. That's Giselle Machado. No, there's not a long time to wait, trust me. All they're going to have after this for the wellness girls, I'm not even sure if they will, but they probably will just have a couple of rounds of comparisons. It's not a big lineup. And then after that, it is all bodybuilding. It is classic physique. It is open prejudging. We get to see Hadi. We get to see Andrew. We get to see all the big names. So stay tuned. Machado, Brazilian. Yeah, so many of these women are Brazilian. It's crazy. I'll look at the competitors list to see the nationalities and everything. Let me have a look here. Let's, oh no, we'll go to IFBB Pro. IFBBpro.com. She lives in Miami, but originally from Brazil. Have a guess. Is 50% or more of the lineup from Brazil? Where's a wellness? Where's a wellness? Okay, so wellness. First one, Dominican Republic, USA, Mexico, USA, Brazil, Canada, Brazil, 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 Australia. Rayali Pereira Diaz is on stage now. And she is from Brazil. Yeah, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about 6 out of 12. So about half the lineup is all Brazilian. And the crazy thing is any Dominican Republic, USA, Mexico. It's like America or South America. Oh, then you got North America. You got Cassandra Gillis. Well, America is North America, isn't it? And then you got the lone person that's not from somewhere in America, from in Danae. I don't know how to say Danae's last name. She's Australian. Theo Theodoropoulos. Theodoropoulos. Let's just say Danae from Australia. She's the last competitor. So we are on to, right now, we've only got 3 more women to come out. Oh, this woman has crazy quads. Look at that. Xavier, which time is it in Australia for Mark's Max Muscle? It is nearly midday. It's 11:48 a.m. on, what day is it? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. 11:48 Saturday. I want to see the Australian. Yeah, you'll see the Australian. She's very good. Danae is very, very good. Look at the men, bro. Yeah, nationality will show the difference in genetics. Some people saying BBL. I like how they all have that GTA walk. Like the girls off GTA. That's funny. Someone said Brazilian butt lift, it's oil. Since wellness is focused on glutes, not unordinary to use implants. These women are so beautiful. Jack Landon says, seriously, why can't this be on a separate stage with 19 people watching and get on with actual bodybuilding? You guys are brutal. But you know what? The Arnold really does cater to what people want more. You know, they have, you know, they copped a lot for cutting women's divisions, so it's like they can't please everyone. Did you have your lunch yet? No, I've not had my lunch, Mark. I was actually going to wake up. I've got my coffee, though, which I completely forgot about. We've got Brian Powers here. Brian says, this is Brian Powers, Executive Director of the Arnold. Let's hear what you like and what could be better. Okay, so you've got a direct outlet here to let Brian Powers know. He's doing market research right now on what the fans want. So put legitimate answers only. What do you want and what could be better about the Arnold Classic? And don't just say scrap all women's divisions. I mean, if you say, hey, like, you know, could we separate this or do that? You know, put that in, but let's make it constructive, like what you'd actually realistically like to see. We've got Danae here. This is the Australian competitor. This is the last competitor in the wellness. So you can see her last name there, and that's why I'm struggling. Theodoropoulos. Yeah, Theodoropoulos. Amazing physique. Backdrop. Someone said. Backdrop. The backdrop 100% is in the background. I've got to tell you, though, this backdrop, even though it is like, you know, it's like screens and all that sort of stuff, Brian was explaining this. They use, I've got it in my notes here, actually. I was talking to Brian on the phone the other day, and he said, you know, you can use this and explain to people. The types of screens they use is so you see how the physique still pops off the background? Yeah, it's a Greek last name. I believe she has Greek heritage. Australians are just a bunch of immigrants, to be honest with you guys. And I'm one of them, I guess, technically. I'm not Aboriginal. Where's my notes from Brian Power? Oh my God, I've got all the notes. Must be that notepad. Is it this one? But Brian was saying about the types of screens they use in the background. A lot of people will just use these $90 per square meter screens. Brian Powers is spending, and the Arnold, Brian not specifically, but they're spending like $500 for those screens. Brian Powers, we need to have Arnold Classic channel post their own live stream on YouTube. The problem with that would be copyright on the music, so it would just be silent and then just commentary over the top. So I think this is the best of both worlds, so everyone can stream it. And then if you want, you can just go to the website. There's a link in the description if you want to hear the commentary that they're using for it. A lot of people saying black backdrop. Everyone loves a black backdrop, but I think we need to have a certain level of grandeur. But see how they use colors that oppose the tan of guys. I hate it when you see a contest and they have an orange or red backdrop. It's like, what color are the tans? Or a brown backdrop. I'm like, are you crazy? And the competitors just like blend into it. They're using colors that make the physique still pop off, which is what I like. Yeah, I'm Australian. No, $500 per square meter. Like, they're spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on that stage, which is awesome. Why are the schedules always off? The schedule isn't off for this one. I mean, they're very, very good, the Arnold Classic, about that. Brian was actually saying they have big screens backstage where they have like the timing all lined up and everything. Like, they are on their shit. Like, okay, that is it for the individuals. Danae looks fantastic. Okay, fine, the backdrop is good. Biggest issue, Brian, is time frame. Honestly, I think they're good on time. I'm trying to think of what the Arnold Classic could improve. I have no issue on timing for this contest, and this is like a lead up to what a lot of people are hanging in there for. And I get, keeping people coming along for these shows, and they still have to give the competitors obviously their respect and their time. Honestly, the Arnold is the easiest contest to watch. I'm trying to think of some critique. The only thing that I would like to see more of is more competitors in the Open and the Classic. Everything runs along smooth. This is either the last call out or the first. And shout out to Brian Powers. Like, another great thing that they do is he allowed me to stream this on my own YouTube channel. That is, well, it never happens for starters. So shout out to Brian and the Arnold crew. And they're getting more eyes on their sponsors. Jim Reapers here. When I should hit Jim Reapers up actually and ask for a sponsorship. Yes, that's Martin's partner. Not on the screen right now, but yeah, Martin Fitzwater's partner. Alexis Nicole. I believe she has an actual different technically last name. This is the last call out or second call out. I agree. Smaller classes are better. I would like to see classes no bigger than this for like wellness and those classes. And then for open bodybuilding, I'd like to see a solid 15. And then if 2 or 3 guys drop out, then you still got 12 to talk about. I'm surprised we don't see more good names. I would love to chat with Brian about like which competitors to invite and which ones are coming up and stuff. Alexis Drury. Yeah, Alexis Drury. That's it. Yeah, she looks phenomenal. Martin's partner, Alexis Drury, looks phenomenal. Mark's Max Muscle. Go check out Mark's Max Muscle's channel as well. Phenomenal channel. The OG for comparisons of competitors on stage. And he said, imagine if she grabbed Giles. Xavier, they have men's open in the same time frame as this, 7 to 9:30 p.m. You're telling me timing is good. I mean, it beats 5 hours. This is actually the longest of all of them. So prejudging this morning was only, I think, an hour and 15 minutes allowance. I believe it was an hour. And they stuck to that. It was no longer than an hour and 5 minutes. Danae's coming out. We've got Martin's girlfriend, Alexis, as well in this call out. Can't remember the names of all the girls. Oh, this must be like a second call out, actually. So this is the second top group. And then I think we're going to have a final 2 call out. So this will be your competitors 3rd to 6th. I'm giving information they're not even giving in the live stream right now. And it looks like Alexis is going to fall into that. I'm a little bit surprised on some of the calls with some of the competitors. There's one other competitor that I would have put into this call out that was in that last call out. Yeah, prejudging flew by. I don't mind having, like, if your longest show is 2.5 hours, the longest out of the 4 lots of competitors is 2 hours or 2.5 hours, which you'll probably go under. I think that's pretty good. And I think the finals is a maximum of 90 minutes. Afro chick won it for me. The one on the right, oh, look at her quads from the back when she walked. It's like they pop off like crazy. The girl second on the left, she has like sort of like pointy looking glutes out to the side when she hits certain shots. Like there's like a shelf there. But Alexis Drury, which is Martin's girlfriend, second on the right, I would have her winning this call out personally. Danae on the left, she always looks phenomenal. She is so consistent. She maybe could be a tiniest bit harder here. Like just a very small percentage point, but... Oh, we've got Todd, BT Dusty. Perhaps just some transparency on the application and invite process. Plus just have a couple more competitors per division. Best show to watch in my opinion. I can't disagree. I could not disagree. I'll send that to Brian Powers just in case he's not here. Shelf hips. And then we've got our top two here. Who do you like? Let me know, left or right. Because I've had so many names that I've called out, but I'm forgetting who is who. And thank you, Todd, for the super chat as well. But yeah, I agree. I agree. I would like to see some transparency and be like, hey, we invited these guys or these guys applied. That'd be pretty cool. I'd really like to, and then have almost like, hey, we're inviting 12, 13, 14 guys. These are the 14 guys. Who do you guys want to be the wild card? And put it out there, you know, and maybe just put the official list out a week or two earlier, you know, so people know if they're, I think that's one problem, is that I think they announce it 9 to 10 weeks out, and I think the competitors find out then too. Now, this has been something the Arnold's done for a long time, but guys start prepping like 16 weeks out. Okay, so left wins, right. She has no waist. It's insane. Yeah, but like where are her internal organs? Right. I love the blonde. So that's the one on my right. Sean Connery. Sean Connery. I blame myself. Right, left, back, right side. I don't know what that means. But I think some of the others look better. Right. Yeah, most of you guys are going for the right-hand side. Okay, Classic Physique is about to come out. We are on to all the men's divisions. Classic Physique, we're going to have the finals. It is Wesley versus Menegate. I just realized I'm not even on the screen. Vahid Badpe. This is their posing routines. This guy's a great physique. I've seen him compete in smaller shows before as well. That Sean Connery comment went better than unexpected. I don't know if you've seen the video, Mark, of Sean Connery where where he says about saying it's all right to slap women. It is wild. Like, if he said that nowadays, I'm like, it is crazy. Do yourself a favor afterwards and look up that clip and be mind blown at what he says. It's like, I'd love to see Arnold promotion show like a YouTube show following the athletes like they used to back in the 90s. Good point. I'm going to screenshot that. Now send it to the Arnold Classic promoter now. Or later, actually. Not right now. Waist too wide. But look at that back. He's got a lot of back density. When I saw him up against some other guys and you see it slightly from the side, his back thickness is very, very good. Not the best poser for Classic Physique. Like a little... He's not bad. He's better than Sam Sulek. Improve his quads from a front and hams. It's hilarious. Is that who Sam is competing against? Yeah, Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek is in this lineup. How could I forget? Sam Sulek is coming up. Let me pop up. Where is it? Just got to try to find this in here. Also, visit ifbbama.org for full-length podcast. Myself and Lee Priest have a podcast over there. It's called Bodybuilding and Banter. Brian Powers was on the latest episode, so make sure you check that out. You can see there, ifbbama.org. Check out all of mine and Lee Priest episodes. I think they're very good. And we interviewed Brian Powers, and there's some behind-the-scenes stuff and some information on Hadi Choopan on the latest episode that's very, very revealing. Sam's posing was worse than most novice NPCs. Yes, this is classic finals right now. This is the posing routines, so. Now, I believe there will be, get me a stupid pop-up, so allowed pop-ups from Safari. I'm using Safari on this one. Wesley needs darker, more shiny tan. Yeah, 100%. Wesley definitely does at his finals. If he does, I think that he'll have this, because I still had him at prejudging winning, but it may have been close. I don't know. So it could come down to finals, but for me, it's Wesley. Kids screaming in my ear, I can't hear. I have 2 kids myself. This is Sam's third show. When are we going to give him his flowers? Bro is doing it alone. Yeah, I mean, Sam has very bad posing, which is something on a pro you just have to critique. You can't give him special treatment, but just because we like him. But he does look phenomenal. Someone said, bro, you can't compete at the Arnold and pose like absolute ass. It's disrespectful. I don't know if it's disrespectful, but yeah, he definitely should put more effort into that posing for sure. It is a little bit underwhelming, and it's like, oh, if you just could pose like this, it would be so much better, you know? It's a little frustrating, but, you know, it's all a learning process. The dude is super young. I mean, what was most of us doing at 24 years old, you know? He does need to get some help on the posing, no doubt. And how cool is it on this stream we've had Brian Powers pop in? From Australia, Ethan Gohari. Do you notice all the Australians have like more ethnic names? We don't have many. Commentator saying there's the Arnold that takes place in Australia as well as the UK. There hasn't been an Arnold Classic in Australia for a long time. Ethan is so shredded here. He should be so proud of the improvements he's made. I believe he's coached by Dean. Is it Dean McKillop? I don't want to get that wrong. Dean. I know his Instagram better than I know his name. But he coaches, I believe, Aaron Pilates as well, and really good coach in Australia. Always brings guys in really good condition, and this is no exception, that's for sure. Yeah, Sam has plenty of room to improve, that's for sure. Arnold was winning Olympias, good point. He could have gotten mad help from anyone. They'd be happy to help him, not like he doesn't have money and nobody would even ask him for money because of a name. Yeah, 100%. He could get all the free help he wanted for sure, but I understand it though, because I've always prepped myself and I'm like, maybe it's a control freak thing, or maybe it's like, hey, if I'm going to mess up, I prefer it to be my own mess up, I guess, and I mean, he's done great. He's got in condition and he's really made improvements all the time, but yeah, when it comes to the posing side, that's the bit where I'm like, it doesn't make sense not to get help at this point. He poses every day after training, but he's probably learning a lot of bad habits, and his foot position on a few things. It was just not, yeah, it was just not what I was hoping for with the posing, but I sort of knew leading into it. We see his posing videos online and he's not hitting the shots perfect after every session, and most people have sort of mentioned it. It's beating a dead horse at this point. Someone said Sulek has ego problems. I don't know if that's it, but... And he's young. Ronnie sucked at posing. He is noted as one of the worst to ever win the O. Dumbass. Are you calling me dumbass? It's very different posing in Classic compared to... because you've got a height and weight restriction. Ronnie was just bigger than everyone as well, and harder. And he had some crazy proportions too, so... Someone said Summerfield has ego problems. Sam Sulek is super humble. If anything, he has depression. This is Jorge. Jorge looks really good. He's very understated, but he's... you look at his physique and... very good conditioning. Yeah, Mike isn't doing open. Mike is doing the Arnold UK, and I believe... Oh, he's talked about having depression. Sam has, apparently. Arnold looks shook. Yeah, Arnold loves this guy. Like, why isn't this guy winning? He should be first call out. Oh, yeah. Jorge is better tonight. Shout out to Jorge. Phenomenal back. Thanks, Brian, for allowing us to watch this on YouTube. Yeah, shout out to Brian Powers and the Arnold crew. Seriously. Like, couldn't be any more... I don't know. I couldn't praise them anymore. So let's look at the poll results. We've got... Don't even have 1,000 votes in here. Come on, guys. Let's vote on this poll. 902 votes. Once we get to 1,000, I'll read out the results, close the poll. So get your votes in on who you have winning the 2026 Arnold Classic. Yeah, he's presenting his physique very well. I hope they judge the posing routines in Classic, but I really don't think they do, the judges. And that's not down to an Arnold thing either. Arnold's pushed... Oh, there's Joey Belt. Posing extraordinaire. I don't know if he coached Jorge for posing, but that was a very good, like, a guy who posed really well and then go to Joey Belt, who's a posing coach. It's very cool. Yeah, quality over quantity. And this is another guy, Paul Canu. Man, I love his physique. Not the biggest guy. But in a lineup, you maybe was a little bit harder this morning. We're coming off a guy who was absolutely inside out peeled, so... Hey mate, any idea when the Open will be started? The Open will be starting after this. So we've only got one class after this and it is open. So I hope they take their time on it. Paul is almost as dreamy as you, Xavier. The JMC, you're concerning me. You're concerning me very much. Nearly up to 1,000 votes on the poll. Get your votes in. Paul Canu. Looks great. This is Andrea Mammoli. The Open is tonight. Open prejudging. It is on next. Open prejudging coming up next. I might even put a thing up on the screen saying that. You know what I'm saying? Let me... just going to make a little thing here. Let me just adjust this and I'll get something up on the screen for you guys. Just trying to find this. Okay, I've got to sort this by date. Hey, what's up? Someone said, why did Dino shrink? Hey, thank you, GBP. Smash the thumbs up button. That'd be much appreciated if you guys can do that. I'm thankful they allowed you to stream tonight. Yeah, me too. Getting a lot of compliments on that. And Brian Powers, the executive producer of the Arnold, has been in this chat as well. I don't know if he'd be still in it because he's at the show, obviously. But super honored that he's been able to jump in here. But send him a message on Instagram and let him know that you really appreciate that this is on YouTube, because that will lead to more of these things happening. Because the Arnold is going to win a lot of fans from this, because obviously I'm going to be very happy about it. A lot of people are going to be very, very happy about it. So I'm just going to get something made up to let people know that Open is up next. It will not be too far away. We're looking at probably 15 minutes and the Open guys will be on stage. Brian the GOAT. Yeah, people are loving Brian. Be more like Brian. Mammoli will be very good in a few years. He's got about 12 pounds to move, I think it is, in the classic physique, which on a guy that short, it's a huge amount. He's in that class for a while. This being streamed like this is next level genius marketing. Yep. Agreed. I'm screenshotting a lot of this and I'm sending it to Brian Powers, a lot of your comments, because you are the people that want to see this. Menegate is running around. Arnold's filming it. If I was Menegate, I'd go down there and get an epic shot with Arnold. Menegate. A young Bumstead. Thoughts on Sam? Sam looks great, especially for where he's at in his career, for sure. Right. Let me just make this up. It's a little banner to tell. Where is... Oh, here we go. Nick from Nick Strength and Power just mentioning he's got the Chris Bumstead mustache going on. Phil New is coming out now. And then after Phil New, we have Sam Sulek, and then we have Wesley Vissers. So we've got some really good names coming up. And Phil New is no joke either, but he will be in one of those lower positions in this contest. But it is obviously a high standard comp. All of these guys look phenomenal, honestly. Okay, we have over 1,000 votes on who you guys have winning the 2026 Arnold Classic. 39% of you have Andrew Jacked winning this show. I might even share that to my IG as well. That's a mad stereotype. Small Asian dude, but still looks great. Probably a doctor at home, I bet. I saw his Instagram. He's got such a wholesome life. He's got his family. Like, dude looks like he lives a great life. We have Sam Sulek coming out now, fam. Sam Sulek is coming out. Let's see how the Sulek... I was going to make a nickname up. I couldn't on the spot. Okay, got my little banner here saying Open Bodybuilding up next. I don't love it, but Arnold's up. He is filming Sam Sulek. That's cool. Arnold knows the hype. He knows the Sam Sulek hype for sure. See, I don't like how his legs are being held here. Sam Sulek, the music sort of stopped and he did that like, hey, can you hear me? People definitely can't say that Sam Sulek didn't do his homework in terms of conditioning. He didn't work hard for this contest. He did a huge prep. It was a very long prep for Sam Sulek. Put this up on the screen. There we go. Open bodybuilding up next. There we go. Open bodybuilding up next. How good's that? Front lat is terrible. It's not the best. He needs to learn how to sit on those quads a bit. That most muscular looks nice and stacked though. Young guy. Bringing me energy. I was so disappointed in how many people were looking down at their phone. That is so disappointing. Maybe everyone just took the video of Sam Sulek and then was posting it. Here we have Wesley Vissers, the last of the classic physique competitors. People saying Arnold and Haney at 23, but Arnold and Haney at 23 are they're, you know what I mean? They're the anomaly, not the rule, you know. Oh, this is cool. Cool start to routine. Wow, that looks cool. And this is why routines should be judged as well. Rational Muscle says needs to squat. I don't think Sam was squatting a lot at the end of his prep. He mentioned that. He's like, oh, look, you don't really need to. And there's a few things I think Sam will sort of change during his career. Terminator music. Yeah, it's the Terminator theme. It's cool as hell. Do 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 do. Oh, he's got do 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 do, and he's flexing his pecs. Do 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 do. Ooh, wah. Disturbed. I like the music. This is a cool routine. This is why routine should be judged, because this is entertaining. He's playing up to the crowd. He's posing well. How he's presenting his physique. Oh, yeah. Wesley's got this. His tan looks way better too. 10 is way better. Legs have grown as well. The legs from the back just... That's the thing that kills him. He needs to figure out... I think he needs some more adductor, but adductor adds more weight to your physique in the classic too, so it's like... Yeah, I wish we had the audio from the stream that I could play here as well, but the problem being the music, the copyright, all that stuff. They are streaming for free, so if you do want the music, the link is in the description as well. That is it for the individual routines for the classic. They're going to do comparisons, and then open is up. I will need to take a pee break in a second, but the toilet's right next to me, so... What are you guys saying? Bro, please on the sound of the show, please. No, I can't, because it'll get copyright struck and this won't be up anymore. We're probably going to start with the last call out, I reckon. So we're probably going to see Sam Sulek in a call out here, I reckon. With Phil New, with... I do it in numerical order. Budp. Ethan Gohori. Jorge. Paul. Did I say Paul? Who's Paul? I think he meant to say Phil, but he said Paul first. He said Phil afterwards. So these are the... Wow, it's crazy. This is the bottom 5 competitors. Sam Sulek there on the right. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. But no, he didn't mess it up. Phil Cano. Or Paul Cano. And then Phil New. Sorry. Front double bicep. Jorge looks good there. It's funny, Jorge is such a good poser, but he doesn't hit that front double very well, I don't think. Okay, I'm going to close that poll. Most of you guys have over 1,600 of you in the chat right now. Thank you so much for joining. It's much appreciated. And subscribe to Desktop Bodybuilding. Oh, look at Badp on the left. Wow. That's where Sam needs to just bring a little bit more, but the back's pretty good. Just needs a little bit more on the limb. Good vacuum there from Sam. Look at the quads on the right. Ethan Gohari in the middle there with Jorge. Badp, I would move him in a spot probably. Yeah, no one is bad here. No one is bad in this lineup. And Sam is not going to be last. Probably not going to be second last either. He's probably going to be third or fourth last, which sounds bad saying it that way. I mean, he's probably going to be like 7th or something. Okay, we've got our top 4 coming out now. We've got Wesley. We got from left to right, Wesley, Menegate, Mammoli, and then we've got Kim Angel on the right. Yep, they're going to move around those two around. They're probably going to leave them in this order here. Nearly 1,700 of you in the chat. Let's try to get as many. Let's try to get 2,500 in there. I think with the likes and the comments, I think we can get there. Smash the like button. The content is free. Thank you, Sean Turner, my man. That'll always get you a call out when I see it. Yeah, Wesley has this. Wesley has this on lock now. Wesley is much better tonight. This is really, it's an easy win. I would have loved to have seen the other 2 competitors in this one. Menegate has some back tattoos too. Not that I think it affects him that badly because they're not completely covering everything up. But Kim Angel does too, but it just seemed a bit more obvious on Menegate. Mammoli's great, but just needs more of that mass overall. But he's got a lot of room to move in this class. Even with the big quads, he's still got like 11, 12 pounds to add. It's mostly just on that upper body for Mammoli. Andrea Mammoli. Yeah, Wesley is a lot better here. It's like Wesley Wesley went back to the hotel room and popped a diuretic or something. That's it. The open men are about to be up. I am rock hard. Oh, they're going to do a pose down here. They're going to do a pose down. Then we've got the open men. That's you know what? For a classic physique lineup that was lacking a lot of the top names, it goes to show how good classic is. There are a lot of good competitors in there. Who would win, Summerfield or Vissers? I think, okay, this is how I'd guess it. I'd say that Summerfield would have won the prejudging because I don't think Wesley was peaked perfectly. And then I think Wesley would have won the finals. And it would have been cool to see. It would have been so cool to see. But unfortunately, shame Wesley can't hit a front double properly executed. No one in the classic physique is bringing the bubble gut bonanza. Open bodybuilding up next. After this, I believe we have open. We could have like the results for one of the divisions, maybe. How tall is Menegate? 6'2"? How tall is he next to Vissers? Vissers heighted in at 6'3". Yeah, Menegate must be like 6'2". There's Sam Sulek. Sam Sulek's just loving life. He knows he wasn't going to win this show. He's done a good prep. I think that he can come in I think he's got a lot of little areas where he can improve. And I think he can win, smaller pro shows in classic physique. But I think the end goal and the end destination for Sam Sulek in a couple of years, I would say in 3 years probably, is the open class. I have Kanu possibly 5th, 6th, after Wes, Kim, Menegate, and Mammoli. Unfortunately, he won't be. I don't think. Because we've got those two guys on the outside. That would be 10th. Yeah, the open guys are coming out. They're hyping it now. Let's go. Let's go. They're not wasting any time. They're going straight into it. First competitor. Oh, we have Rafael Brandau coming out. Let's fucking go, man. Oh. Rafael is coming out. Has Rafael come in a little soft? We will see. To me, it looks like he is soft. Here, the crowd wasn't super loud here. He looks great shape, but this is why I put Rafael below Mo Foda. I just didn't think Raf was going to be in the best condition, and really, this show for Neil Hill has been a little bit disastrous. I don't want to say disastrous. I'll say disastrous. Because this is softer than his updates. I don't know what they've done last minute to try to... Because he's got those quad striations which sort of fool you, but it's like he's holding a bunch of water. Great physique, but unfortunately just very soft in the glutes. It's like they tried to push him down hard late in the prep and just... It's a shame. Hadi Choopan's coming out now. Here we go. Let's see. I can't wait to see this. Hadi's getting a lot of support. Let's see how he looks. Does the salute. Initial reaction is that... I was going to say maybe not at his best. Okay. That right quad looks a little bit more down than normal. Initial reaction is that this is not Hadi's very best. He's a lot harder, obviously, than Rafael. He's definitely beaten Rafael by a fair margin. Oh, the delts. The delts look troublesome from the back. Oh. Don't get me wrong. He looks very good in certain shots. I don't think this is Hadi's best. He has left the door open for sure. It's not his best look. Very good, but not his best look. Not that typical hardness, soft from the back, yeah. Brandon Curry. I've been big on Brandon and what I think he's bringing. Oh, Brandon looks good. Initial reaction. Okay, let's see. Let's see him go through it. I want to see some from front. Zoom in a little bit. This guy's like 42, 43 years old. And Brandon comes into his own in the comparisons too, and you go, whoa, Brandon looks good. Back isn't as soft as, isn't as hard as the hammies and glutes. Brandon's legs from the back is where he falls down a little bit. Oh, that's pretty good. Brandon's pretty good. We'll have to wait to see him in the lineup, but yeah, maybe not as crisp as what we was hoping. But well into his 40. He looks pretty damn good. Here's Martin. Here's Martin. Okay, let's see. Let's see how Martin's looking. He looks good. Now, I was looking at that bicep. It was a bit zoomed out, hopefully. I'm trying to compare this right now to Prague. Oh, he's got those folds a little bit in the lower back. This is not the best Martin. He looks good. He looks very good. But I don't think it's as good as Prague last year where he beat Samson. He rushed the posing a little bit. He's confident, but this isn't a great Martin look. No one's blown me away yet. No one's been like, whoa, they're at their best. Mofota may be at his best. We'll see here. Foda's looking pretty good. Ooh, Foda is looking good. Okay, this is Foda's best. Side leg, not as crisp as I'd maybe... Oh, the back is not as crisp as... Yeah, from the back he's not as crisp. Lacks a little bit of depth there, but from the front he's phenomenal. I'm very intrigued to see when these guys are next to each other. See how Foda looks and how they all match up. What do you guys think on Foda? Hassan Mustafa, I don't know if we're going to get better conditioning. Hassan isn't in as bad condition as what I expected. I was expecting horrendous, to be honest with you. But yeah, the conditioning is just not there. The glutes, there's nothing happening from the side and from the back. Yeah. Yeah, he's not in condition. From the front, he wasn't as bad, but from the back, the conditioning is... It ain't there. It ain't there, sadly. Hey, shout out to you guys. 2,119 of you in the chat right now. Let's get it up to 2,500. Like the stream. comment, soggy glutes, some people saying better condition than Nexzilla, but still last place. There's Brett Wilkin, Bob Ciccarello. Here we go. Andrew Jacked. Here he comes. Shinadu Obiaki. Oh, yeah, he looks big. Oh, this is the biggest I think we've seen him. Wow. He's doing the Ronnie Coleman walkout. I love it. Just realized I haven't been on the screen the whole time. There we go. Let's look at it. The legs aren't as big as I'd want to see them. Oh, the chest is full. The shoulders are very full. So far, I think I'd have Andrew winning this one. The quads, I wish were just a little bit fuller. Let's look at the legs from the side. He's really sitting on it. Oh, he's hitting that side chest better. He's worked on that one for sure. Conditioning isn't too bad. A lot of density in that physique. Oh, look at that back at the top there. That back double has improved a lot. It has improved a lot. Legs from Maria. Yeah, someone said no legs from Maria. If I was him, I'd wear a posing trunk that doesn't ride so far up. Legs are just a little bit smaller. He looks very good though. There's Nick Scott, Lee Haney. Hey guys, it's Lee Haney. Here comes Nick Walker. Nick has the opportunity to win this. Oh, the waist looks tight. Nick has the chance to win this. If he's on, we'll see. Nick's looking pretty good. Nick Walker could win this. Legs, maybe I wish were a little bit rounder. I mean, people say that a lot. Better than the Olympia for sure. Is this Nick's best though? Let's see. Oh, hammies are in like crazy. Oh, back double's crazy. I think Nick is going to beat some people here. I think Nick is going to beat some people here. I think a lot of guys missed. This is going to be a very interesting... Someone said he's not lean. Nick is definitely lean. What's with all those threes in the chat? I'm going to remove... If you keep posting threes, I'm going to put you in timeout. Here comes Akeem Williams. I'm very intrigued to see Anthony Williams as well. Do you know what the disadvantage is of having classic physique before open? Is that these classic guys are so shredded. This is going to be very close, I think. I don't know who's winning this one. We need to see them side by side. That's just facts. This is Dan Shally made. Hey, what's up, Dan? Akeem just has those such high lats. I don't know if it's just nerve damage or what's going on, but it's definitely, his lats have definitely retracted. Side leg looks conditioned. Yeah, Akeem looks pretty good. He definitely looks pretty good. Conditioning's pretty good. Here's Anthony Williams. I'm looking forward to seeing Anthony Williams. Good dude. I've messaged with him a bit lately. I feel bad for Akeem because I don't think there's anything he can probably do. A little bit smaller, but very aesthetic, very tall, and he's going to look more impressive in the lineup too. Working with John Jewett, phenomenal coach. Nice X-frame. Needs more size overall, yes, but hey, this is a great look. And a lot of the time I'd prefer this over someone who's like just big and messy, you know? Definitely got a good physique, that's for sure. And you'll see this guy come alive in the lineup too. Great front double and a great physique, a great structure to add more mass onto. Very good pro debut. I think Nick looks very good here. Nick, Andrew, I'd probably have those two, maybe the top two at the moment. And one of them's going to win $750,000 US. So let's look in the lineup. Okay, Hadi, maybe it was a little hard on Hadi. He was a little bit soft from the back, but I'm going to put my glasses on because I don't want to lean forward all the time and be like this in the camera. Hadi looks good. Brandon looks good. Geez, my photo looks pretty good next to Martin too. Oh, Martin looks great on that quarter turn. Oh, Brandon. Look at Brandon on that quarter turn. Damn. I think this lighting or something looks a lot better. They look better here now. Oh, Brandon. I told you guys Brandon was on. Martin looks pretty good from back too, and that really relaxed. Mofo just cheating the line a little there. Brandon is on. Brandon is on. Hardy's delts. It's like he shot his delts again with gear. Well, like quarter turn's impressive from Hadi. But damn, Brandon is looking good. I called Brandon in third. Who knows? Raf is way off. Mofoda's added some very good size to his physique. Okay, yeah, Curry, like I said, he comes alive in the lineup. I think it's going to be Curry, Andrew, and Nick top three. That's just a quick guess because we haven't even seen these guys in the lineup yet. Nick, the midsection is what bothers me a little bit, but his conditioning, he can sort of be the odd guy out in a good way. Andrew cleans up that front double, no doubt. And you see Anthony Williams, a tall guy on the left in this lineup. Akeem looks pretty damn good too. Oh, look at Andrew Jackson at quarter turn. He is so jacked. Oh, Nick's winning that rear relax, probably just over Andrew. He just needs to keep that, the side of his midsection, he needs to keep that up. Nick does. Oh, that hamstring is eating Andrew's alive there. But Andrew's upper back developing that pop. Look at the traps running down his back. That's crazy. But yeah, Nick still wins that. He's got to keep that midsection in, Nick. It could cost you $500,000. Andrew's messing that quarter turn up for sure. Who do you guys have? Let's do it quick, early, before the first call out. Let's go. Start a poll. Who do you have winning? Andrew jacked. Hadi. Brandon Curry didn't get first call out. I'm sorry, but that is insane. That is insane. I'm actually so upset with that. That is That is robbery. That is robbery. That's crazy. That is crazy. Well, I guess Brandon's out of it, man. I'm actually pissed for this because Brandon looked so phenomenal. Nick and Andrew are ones standing out to me here. Nick's letting the midsection hang out a little bit. They're leaving Andrew and Martin in the middle. It might just be running through it, but Brandon, if, like, I don't want to say be too rude, but if he is out of this top 4, that is completely fucked. Like, sorry, I need to drop one F-bomb on that because that's crazy. Brandon looked so good in that comparison. Back double bicep. Oh, yeah, Andrew has improved. But I think Nick probably wins the back double. Let's look at Martin. Martin's got to be confident now, for sure. Rear lat spread, that's Nick all day. I think, honestly, I'd have Brandon winning this contest based on what I saw before. Someone else is saying in the comments, like, he was hard. Oh, Nick looks very good on that side try. Andrew's improved it a lot as well. Hardy's out of contention, I think. Ab and thigh, you got to go with Andrew there, I think. Nick's waist is just a little bit too much. Okay, so moving Martin out and putting Hardy into the middle. Nick's looking like, hey, move me in. Andrew and Hardy switch. They're just moving them around in the middle. I love Hardy's so funny, man. Andrew and Hardy are such unique personalities. Andrew's just freaking huge. Bit of elbow touching there between Hardy and Andrew, but they're both friendly. The only thing Nick needs to do is keep that midsection tight. If Nick's waist was tight, look, he's just got to keep it in on those transitions. He's just, because otherwise I'd have him winning. In this lineup anyway, or very close to winning. This is a tough one to judge. Martin's starting to sweat a little bit now, unfortunately. Oh, Andrew is big across that mid to upper back and then the arms. It's crazy. Hardy's just not good in the back this time around. He's a little bit too soft in the back. This is a very tough show. Nick could win this Arnold. But honestly, the way I saw the comparisons before, I had Brandon. Wait until you see Brandon in the next comparison as long as he doesn't fade. He will mog everyone. Martin started to sweat a lot, unfortunately. Martin looks great on that ab and thigh. I just don't think it's as good as Prague. If we had Martin Prague here, he's walking away with $750,000, 100%. Hardy's great on that most muscular. See how he's posing with that leg back? Brandon is not even close, people are saying. They're getting a selfie there with Arnold. Oh, well, they're jawing with each other. Andrew and Hadi were pushing hard then. Oh, Martin is sweating so much. That sucks. Maybe when he got moved out, because he went through that first comparison thinking, maybe I can win this. It is diabolical that Brandon was not in that first call out. I had Andrew, after the individuals, I had Andrew, Nick, and Brandon fighting for this one. I hope Brandon stays up tight and can move his way up. I put Martin in 5th in my predictions. I think my prediction's going to be pretty decent. Brandon looks good on that one. Biceps and nuts. Phil Heath's mentioning that, and he was a little bit... I suppose Brandon was more a rival of Rami, wasn't he? Mo Photo looks very good on that one. Hassan is not the best on that shot. Brandon was probably first in the first pose and second in the second pose. Mo Photo looks very good there. I'd have Mo Photo in the middle over Brandao. I don't know why. Brandon could be 4th. Yeah, I think so. Look at his back double. He's very shredded. He won that one as well. Look at, like, Brandon's glutes are in. Like, back looks pretty big there. He's winning that shot as well. Like, Brandon is cleaning up this lineup. Look at that side tricep on Brandon. And Mo Photo. Mo Photo looks good too, but not as crisp in the glutes and side leg. Brandon's got that real, like, his muscles blown up and all veiny and stuff. And Brandon's legs aren't bad here. Ab and thigh pretty good. His quad doesn't look quite as, like, sweepy and big as, like, a Raphael or something. If he had that, I mean, game over. Side ab looks very good on Brandon. Brandon should be top 3, someone's saying. Brandon looks really good. Look at Brandon at most muscular too. Look at this one, the crab. Ooh. Brandon looks sick. Put Brandon back in line. I said Brandon and Raphael switch. I don't know why Raphael is above Mo Photo here. This is actually one of very few shows I'm having issues with the judging from what I'm seeing at home, at least anyway. It's very different in person, but look at Brandon. Wins that. Mo Photo's not far off. Front lat spread, Mo Photo probably wins that. With Brandon in 2nd. Brando being in the middle is a joke. He could be 2nd last. Yeah. 2nd or 3rd last, yeah. I'd say Brandao is getting a little better, but those hams and glutes, like when it's zoomed in, you can see like they are off. He's trying to get them on right now. And look at Brandon hitting that rear double. He's winning that for sure. Yeah, the commentators are agreeing with me. The judging's a little... At least where they're putting him. The judging's not done yet. Look at Brandon. The glutes are in, the hams are in, and when you got that darker complexion, you don't really see that until you zoomed in a little bit too. Yeah, Sam Sulek's category is over. You can go back and watch it on this stream though. But they will have results. Look at that side tricep on Brandon, man. But Keem actually looks really good in that side try as well, actually. Brandon could snag 4th for sure. I would have him top 3, to be honest. If I was Brandon, I would be a little pissed. The quads there, you can see, just not quite as sweepy as we'd like them, but Brandon on the most muscular. He wins that one. And now the commentators, Nick Strength and Power, Nick, what's Nick's last name? Nick, I think it's Strength and Power. They're bringing the same top 4 out again. They're not putting Brandon into it. I'm actually really annoyed by this. Move Brandon in there. Oh, moving Nick into the middle. They might move Nick and Andrew though. Oh, they're putting Nick and Hadi in the middle. Now, is this for... This is an interesting call out. Can Andrew beat Hadi? Yeah, I think Andrew is beating Hadi here. Andrew's got that, his left shoulder up a little high there. And Nick is, he's winning that side chest. Andrew's posing is definitely a little bit better. He's hitting those side legs a little bit better, but he does just, oh man, his back has improved a lot, that upper back. Hadi is probably last on that pose. I'd say Martin's probably third. If Martin was Prague, Martin would win the show. If Martin was like he was at the Olympia, he would win this show. Martin's definitely bigger. Nick's quads are a little bit slight from the front here. But he is like... Hardy's, I'd say, a little bit flat and not as hard as he normally is. Not as hardy as he normally is. On the ab and thigh, though, he looks phenomenal. Andrew wins that one, however. I think Andrew was a little bit better when he came out. Phil Heath just said he thinks that Andrew faded a bit. So an Andrew and Nick switch. So it seems like that Martin is more towards that fourth place now. He's starting to sweat a little bit again. Martin has to keep his head up here. Yeah, so keeping Hadi and Andrew in the middle. So this seems like it's between Hadi and Andrew, most likely. Probably a Nick in third, a Martin in fourth, the way the call-outs are going. I would just definitely love to see Brandon in this mix. Does Martin have a bicep injury there? He doesn't have the same hardness in his biceps as he had in those last shows, unfortunately. And I think Nick has a better tan than Martin as well. Martin's face is just a little light. I have a feeling this is going to be Andrew Jack's contest. And then Hadi and Nick battling. Martin's just losing it a little bit on the posing now. Whether he's gassing out, maybe he's not trying to pose quite as hard to not sweat. I'm checking out your comments, guys, as well at the same time. So. I don't want to harp on about Brandon, but goddamn, put my dude up there. Someone said Martin's left bicep looks a little funky. Yeah, and I called it before in my preview while some of the other divisions were on, because I did see that. I was going to put it in a bodybuilding news video, but I probably should have, to be honest, but I'm sure Martin wouldn't have wanted that pointed out way before the show so the judges can see, but Martin's got a great crab most muscular. Phil Heath and Nick from Nick Strength and Power. Nick Miller from Nick Strength and Power. Okay, it's over. So we only had 3 call-outs. See, as much as I love the Arnold being quick, I would have liked more comparisons, man. I feel a little empty after that. I don't know what you guys think. Do you feel a little empty? I feel a little empty. Someone said, shut the F up about Nick's waist, he wins. He's not, because they didn't, I doubt it, because they didn't leave him in the middle at the end. Nick should win this. Tongue Man is too smooth for Maria. Yeah, you can make a case really for anyone here, probably outside of Martin. But I could honestly make a case for Brandon. I wish Brandon got compared. I think he was grossly overlooked, and I don't normally say this about a contest, and I just think that Brandon Curry should have got the comparisons. He was robbed by the callouts. I'll say that. He didn't even get the comparison. Which, I mean, this is what everyone is waiting for. Everyone was waiting for the Open and we get 3 callouts. I don't like that. And I'm not normally too hard on the judges and stuff, and I normally go very easy on them, but I just think that this wasn't worked as much as we should have had them worked, and I hope at finals they work the absolute crap out of them. But the judges, this is the thing, the head judge, maybe none of the other judges were saying, hey, can we see Brandon in that call out? Maybe they weren't. But the judges can't judge. The highest they can put Brandon now is 5th place. They can't just say, oh yeah, I'll put Brandon in 3rd when he didn't even get compared. A judge, I'm not just blaming Steve Weinberger. A judge should have stepped up and said, hey, can we see Brandon against these guys? Unless I'm way off. Okay. Abby Bolton placed 6th place. A good placing there for Abby. Oh man, I need another throat lozenge. There it is. All right, let's start a new poll. I'm gonna have it. This is gonna be a quick one. Was Brandon Curry overlooked? And just yes and no is fine, I guess. So let's run that, and then I'll run a poll of who do you guys have winning. And I'll run back through some of the footage as well. I believe I can go back on this stream while it's live. But yeah, to say I'm disappointed is an understatement. There's no way Martin is 3rd, right? Xavier, what's going on? I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what the judges are doing. Like, but I'm going to be making some videos on this. So subscribe to Desktop Bodybuilding and click the notification bell button because I'll be back tomorrow 2 times again. Someone said, Xavier, can you see my message? I can. In the chat? Or do you mean on like IG or something? Mike Pearson, a great Australian bodybuilder, mentioned me in a story. My man, Mike Pearson. Great bodybuilder from Australia. He got me with the glasses. Should reshare that. Oh. 3rd place in fitness. Alison Kramer. Okay, we'll wait till we hit 250 votes so we have a bit of a sample size on this poll. So we're at 228 right now. And then we'll finish that poll. Was Brandon Curry overlooked? I think he was grossly overlooked. And frankly, I'm feeling a little pissed. Because there's $750,000 on the line and we had 3 comparisons, 3 lots of comparisons. Now we have the competitors come out individually and just know in numerical. That's not a word. In order of numbers, Amber Stephanie placed 2nd. She looks like she's had like 20 cups of coffee. Great energy though. That's cool. I like saying that. People that just love it. Whoa, that is a numerical. Numerical. I've slept about 1.5 hours last night, so numerical, yeah. Okay, so do we have 250 votes? We have nearly 300. So let's end that poll. 68% of you, 67% of you, so just over 2/3, 68%. Let's get to 69% on Brandon. Can we get to 69? Chuck some votes on yes, just so we can end it on 69. And I'll share this on my chat as well. Xavier, I agree with you 1,000,000%, bro. I'm walking away pissed at this show right now. Yeah. And the Fitness Olympia champion wins the Arnold Fitness Championships. Well deserved as well. Never seen a happier second place finisher, yeah. Wow, Nick has really fixed his waist. Might have a best V-taper up there, lean. I do not agree. Polls? I find polls interesting. That sounds weird. Nothing sus. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a wrap-up on this one. I'm going to be pulling all the video and everything that I can pull out of this because I just think that there's been a huge injustice to Brandon Curry. And I'm not happy about it. Arnold on stage. That's a cool picture. Okay, now let's do a poll on who you guys have winning. I want to dip my toe in the water and ask you guys, who do you have winning the 2026 Arnold Classic? Let's roll with that one. Let's go Nick Walker, Andrew Jacked, Hadi Choopan, and do you want to go Martin or Brandon? Let me know, Martin or Brandon. I'll wait a few seconds to start this poll. I want to know, do you want Martin or Brandon in there? Because I don't think anyone particularly has Martin winning at this point. It's no discredit to Martin. I just don't think that many would have him winning. Who are you guys saying? Brandon. Yeah, let's put Brandon in there. Okay, everyone's saying Brandon Curry. Okay, let's start the poll. Someone said Martin. Did poll go up? Okay, the poll is up. Yeah. I'll wait for the results of the wellness as well, and then I'll either go back and look at some footage from the Open. If I can rewind on this live stream, I don't want to do it right now, but no, I can't rewind it while it's live. It has to finish, I think, to rewind it. All right, I'll let that poll run. I'm just going to quickly run to the toilet because I'm going to be sitting in a pool of urine soon if I don't do that. That was gross. Why did I say that? Anyway, I'm just going quickly to the toilet. Get your votes in on the poll right now. Nearly 250 votes in there already, and we've got 2 clear leaders. All right, give me 1 second. Back in 1 minute. Stay tuned. What's up, guys? I am back. Let's look at how this poll is going. I want to get it up to 500 votes. So if you have not voted in the poll yet, I want to poll all of you, you know? Nothing sus. I saw Danae, I think, got 5th or 6th. So the Australian. They called her Greek. Obviously Greek heritage with that last name. Raeli Pereira Diaz. In 5th place. Danae was 6th. Nearly 400 votes now in the chat. Valkyria Teles Lopez. Okay. Third place in the wellness. Alexis Drury. This is Martin Fitzwater's girlfriend. That'd be pretty crazy and pretty cool. Oh, my throat. My voice is struggling a little now. She looked phenomenal. I think she definitely deserved third. I call that one, I think. But yeah, Martin would have walked off stage and she would have walked on, and super cool. Getting towards 500 votes, I will share this poll as well on my stories. Or on my, actually, it's probably an Instagram post, actually. In second, Elisa Alcantara. She was the one I liked for the win, personally, because I like that look, but maybe not quite as crisp. Yeah, these ladies are in red. Nearly all of them. Someone said Hardy's hiding the Ayatollah in his delts. Strange. Man. Martin's girlfriend looks so different. Didn't even recognize her. Yeah, she looks... A lot of these girls can look quite different on stage as well. Like the hair, the makeup, the tan, everything. Hayan Fugali. She wins this one. Great physique. Even if I didn't necessarily have her winning, I mean, like, I'm not an expert in this. That's the owner of Mutant as well on the screen. I believe she gets the Arnold jacket there. I don't know how much money, but so nearly at 500 votes in the poll. Shout out to you guys. I don't think Nick's winning based off the call-outs, but you never know. I know the judges don't like the waist when it sticks out in between transitions, and it did happen again. And that's something I can't get behind as well, but at the same time, there are definitely shots, plenty of shots, that Nick is winning. plenty of shots you can say Nick is winning that shot, but it comes down to the whole, you know, are you holding it in between poses? Are you doing, you know? But yeah, this is about who you have winning. 499 votes. Let's tick over that 500. Let's tick over that 500. Hey, we've got over 500. Screen capture that. So yeah, I think Otto's trolling. It's an acquired taste. Talking about the bubble guts. Let's close that poll. I'll read the results out to you on who you guys have winning the 2026 Arnold Classic. Who do you have winning? 47% are going with Nick Walker, 37% with Andrew Jacked, 12% with Hadi Choopan, and 4% with Brandon Curry. Transitions are killing him. Yeah. Transitions are killing Nick. It could cost him from going from first to third. As much as I don't think he should be third, I think he should be second. Probably to Andrew Jack. That's how I'd have it. I'd probably have Andrew Jack, Nick Walker. If we're talking about just that top four that got called out, then I'd have Hadi Choopan and then Martin Fitzwater. If Martin was like he was in Prague, I would say Martin hands down. Ian Valier says Nick 1000%. I can see that. I can see that. I can pick up what they're putting down. She's coached by her husband. She's doing the Samson Dowder routine, just the opposite way around, you know? The title remains in Brazil, she says. Tomorrow we'll witness Hadi win. Yeah, Hadi could win this. I think where it's at right now is he's top 2. Which, you know, what do you guys think on that? Jacked is winning this 100%. Let's wrap it up the chapter. Next. I want to hear the interviews on here. I'll let you know if they interview any of the top guys. Okay. Oh, we've got the Classic Physique Awards. How could I forget? Jeez, I was going to nearly wrap it up then. Okay, we have Best Poser in the Classic Physique. This is probably going to be like Jorge or Wesley. Wesley's was a cool routine. Arnold's coming out on stage with Patrick Schwarzenegger, his son. Andrea Mammoli wins the Best Poser. He's a very good poser. I forgot about his routine. Andrea Mammoli. Mamma mia. An extra 10K for Mammoli. Mammoli. There's Patrick Arnold. Patrick Schwarzenegger. Look at that pant. His pants are baggy. Patrick Schwarzenegger walked off with the check. Mammoli. Okay, we're about to get the awards for the Classic Physique. Can I review the callouts? Yeah, I'm going to do a separate video and I'm going to go over it all. I can't go back on this right now. We'll see if there's any other extra nice footage out there. Shout out to you guys for sticking with me as well. Much appreciated. And if you do want to get into the live stream, what am I talking about? If you do want to listen to the other live streams tomorrow, we've got 2 going up. Ethan Gohari places 6th for the Australian. Aussie Pride. My main man. Just checking a few things out here on socials. I definitely think Nick Walker can move up into that top 2. Yeah, the top 3 for me. Top 3 for me, I'd probably have Brandon up in the top 3, to be honest with you guys. But Kim Angel in 4th place. Mammoli will be 2nd. 3rd, sorry. Mammoli. Okay. So we'll get Mammoli. He'll be 3rd. I have Wesley Vissers winning this one. Someone said, did Nexzilla steal the trophy? I wasn't looking, to be honest. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Andrea Mammoli, top 3. And way under the weight cap too. I just saw a posing video of Zancanelli. I think right before he injured himself. Maybe it was just after, I'm not sure. Before his quad was bruised up, that's for sure. Martin was definitely better when he came out, for sure. 2nd place in the Classic. Mattius Menegate, or Mattius Menegate, finishes in 2nd. Wesley Vissers wins $100,000. 100K for Wesley Vissers. Shout out to the Austrian Oak, Wesley Vissers. Keep it golden. If Nick was just able to keep that midsection in a little bit more, he wins this easy. Wesley wins the show. Hey, Wesley. There's only one Dutch oak. Everyone had their post ready to say Wesley, this is one. Generation 9 had a video made. saying Wesley Vissers wins the, and they just clicked publish then as you want it. Need to ask you a question. Where did you get those lats from? let me actually let you guys hear this.
All of the sets.
Great answer.
How many reps?
All of them as well.
You must be working for the CIA. He doesn't give us any answers. Anyway, congratulations. You're fantastic. You deserve the trophy and say, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's great. Yes, I'm going to do this for the Arnold UK as well. I assume that I'll be able to do this for the Arnold UK, so fingers crossed. I've got to get the approval from Brian Powers, but I'll be back for it. So make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell button. But we'll be back tomorrow for the finals of the Open Men. I'll also do the prejudging as well for whatever divisions are on tomorrow as well. I might as well. So I'll probably do that as well. So I'm going to be live another 2 times tomorrow. And tomorrow as well, when I do the first live, I'm probably going to go over some of the open stuff as well and over some of my opinions of it. Find all the good footage, find everything that I can to actually show you guys some entertainment. Wesley Vissers kept it golden. Now let me check Instagram to see if there's anything up that's really high quality from like Gilco or anything like that. Beyond the Stage TV is putting up a whole ton of stuff. Great bounce back for Nick Walker. Nick Walker and Martin, it's like one does well, one doesn't do as well. And they're just like, they're on this constant like this of their career. Now let me go check out the Arnold page and the Gilco page. Shout out to the Arnold Sports Festival, because they have allowed so many YouTubers, or an X amount of YouTubers, to stream this as well. And just the exposure that they give out and the fact that they do this stream for free is tremendous. Honestly, like tremendous. Nothing up yet of any of the open guys. Let me go check out Gilco's page. He might have put something up. Now, I'm assuming we're going to get a few interviews as well. I'll try to break some news, see if there's anything newsworthy here. Got a bunch of ads. I'll let these ads run because they're the ones that support, obviously, the stream. Gym Reapers have some cool shit too, so maybe I could get sponsored by them. Everyone send Gym Reapers a message saying, you should sponsor Desktop Bodybuilding. He does a great job. I'm joking, obviously. But if you did want to do that, that's fine. All right. Wesley Vissers with the Netherlands flag there, the Dutch flag. The Dutch oak kept it golden. Okay, I'm going to get the opinions here of, I'll translate them to you from Phil and Nick Miller, Nick Strength and Power. Like, we get Nick Strength and Power breakdown before it all goes down. Let's see if they mention Brandon. Yeah, ashwagandha is legit. I've taken high doses of that when I had some serious fatigue issues. Phil's big on Nick Walker here. Michelle Ferdua Mensah from the UK wins in the fitness. They're going to recap the results, but hopefully they have a little discussion on the Open, because I would really... Where's your man Lee Priest? Let me message Lee Priest right now, live on the air. Wesley Vissers wins. Mattius Menegate, Andrea Mammoli in third, Kim Angel fourth, Jorge Herrera in fifth, Ethan Gohari sixth, Vahid Badpi. Oh, actually, I want to see those results. It had the full result there, which is really cool. Oh, I didn't get to see. Did anyone see where Sam plays? Sam got 8th. Okay, thank you very much. Sam got 8th. Oh, this is tomorrow's schedule. Screenshotted that. Boom. It's got the exact times for tomorrow, so I'm going to pop that up in the chat tomorrow. So tomorrow's 2.5 hours as well. So that's the big show, the night show tomorrow. Got bikini, posing routines. Posing routines up first tomorrow for the open men. So we're going to have open men at the start and open men, I think, towards the finish, I'm pretty sure. So tomorrow the pre-show starts an hour before, and we've got an opening ceremony that goes for 25 minutes. Individual posing routines at 7:25, bikini 8, men's physique 8:25, special presentation 8:55. I believe that's a lifetime achievement award going to Dexter. Confirmation round 9 for the open men. Then their pose down at 9:25, and then the awards at 9:30. So Phil's saying that he thinks that Andrew needs to be a little bit more aggressive. So we will see. We will see tomorrow. A great Arnold Classic. There's your sponsors there. KSM 66 Ashwagandha, Gym Reapers, and then another one there as well. Shout out to the Arnold Classic. Shout out to Brian Powers, and shout out to everyone at the Arnold that allowed me to stream this. Sorry, I got a cough on the way out, just naturally. And yeah, it's been great. I'm a little bit aggrieved with the call-outs for the open class. I wish there was a few more. But Gym Reapers, the major sponsor there. Shout out to Gym Reapers for allowing this to be streamed and keeping it free. So huge get there as well. Great sponsor. Great one to sponsor. You're getting basically the most exposure out of everyone. Apart from maybe Young LA, who had the huge booth there, but that's the end of it. We should be able to hopefully scroll back. Once this ends, which is any second now, I should be able to scroll back a little bit. There we go. It's ended. We can scroll back. Let's just go back a little. I mean, I don't get the Raf over Mo by the callouts. I don't get the, to be honest, no hate on Martin, but I don't get the Martin over Brandon. I would move Akeem in over Raf as well. I mean, the back does hurt Akeem, but it's not like it's amazing for Raf. Raf definitely doesn't beat Akeem by a lot on the back double, which is Akeem's main weakness, so I think Raf should be very happy to be top 6 if he does finish top 6 here. Because the conditioning for me just isn't there. As much as Raf has one of my favourite physiques in the IFBB Pro League, but look at Akeem there. He is eating Raf alive. Anthony Williams there. He looks really good on the far left. Brandon, look at Brandon there. That side ab pose. And that counts in the IFBB Pro League as well. Look at Brandon there. Oh, well, very interesting. Now let's go to that. Let's move it up a little bit. Here we go. This was the last call out. Let's just go through this, one round of this. I personally think it should be between Nick and Andrew, with Hadi in third. And out of this call out, I have Martin fourth. Martin isn't like shocking. It's just not one of his great packages. And I mean, if it was, he'd be winning $750,000, which not to rub it in, but my God, it's a big difference between fourth and first, you know. Arnold, to their credit as well, they actually pay pretty well the whole way down, but it's a huge discrepancy. It's a huge discrepancy in the amount of money they make. I think Hardy's just slightly downsized and just not quite as crisp. And it's more than understandable too, because Hadi had to go through a lot to get here and has been under a lot of stress. We don't know if he's working with Hani Rambod at all. And Andrew faded a bit through prejudging. You see Martin there just isn't at his very best. And the tan is a little off. What are you guys saying? To me, it looks like they're putting Andrew in first, and then they've got Hadi and Nick second. Some elbow bumping there. Then it looks like they'll probably put Brandon. I mean, imagine if they put Wrath in fifth. I pray to the gods that they don't. Phil Heath said he doesn't believe it's still over between Hadi and Nick, and he said he'd prefer them to come out 1 and 2. So Phil Heath has Hadi and Nick first and second. Look at Andrew's back there. That's come up so much. And Hardy's just not as crisp in the glutes and hams as he usually is too. And to me, it looks like Hardy's delts are a bit more inflamed. Which, how would they get worse unless he's shooting them? Like, a lot of people on Instagram who were there physically, who were physically there, saying Nick. Shilajit. You go. I wonder what Martin said to Nick there. Look at Martin and Nick. But Nick sort of laughed. Okay, I want your best guesses. What did Martin Fitzwater say to Nick there? Best guess wins. You don't win anything tangible, but best guess wins. What is Martin saying to Nick? Look at Nick's reaction. He's like, what? Look at Andrew there. Andrew looked a lot better when he first came out. He got worse as he posed. He faded somewhat. Nick is dry there, though. Look at that. No worries, Mega Man UK. They should compare Martin and Brandon for fourth. Yeah, they probably will, but it's a lot to make up. What's up, MVP? 1116. Martin told him you are banned. He asked which turtle he is. Martin has a temper, so probably took a shot. By the way, there was blood coming out of Wesley's lat on last posing after getting the win. I pissed all over the stage is why that's a wild. Hey man, I pissed all over the stage. I don't think he said that. When do we get to know the open results? Tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to Desktop Bodybuilding and click that notification bell button. Let's see who the top fans were. Number one, BT Dusty. He is the number one fan of the chat. Todd there. Rational Muscle coming in second. Gene 8400 coming in third. Leon Eckstein fourth. HH Solly 8611, J Habit. We got Jack Landon 9739. We got GBP. We got Zig Zag Rambo. We've got my beautiful girlfriend, Saley Magar, in 10th, but number 1 in my heart, of course. And we've got Built by Yahuwah. In 11th, we've got Dev1 Oust Instinct. And then we've got Louisa Leo Music. So shout out to all you guys, the top fans and super chatters in there. Hey, we've got BT Dusty, my man. Thank you so much for supporting, as always. You probably just yelled a bunch of slurs at him. Well, I think Nick's got him. I think Nick has definitely got Martin on this contest. I called that in my predictions. So how far off my predictions? I predicted Andrew Jacked in first, Hadi Choopan in second. It could happen in that order for sure. I predicted Brandon Curry in third. I think that's where he should be. Right up there. Maybe even in second. Maybe in first. I wouldn't complain if that was actually how it played out. And then I would have... Who would I have after that? Would I have Martin after that, I guess? Or Mofuda. Mofuda and Martin. Then probably... Shit, I don't know after that. It gets confusing. I love this. Look at Hardy and Andrew. They're so fun. Yeah, we'll see how these guys change tomorrow, because some of these guys can change for sure. I think Martin will come in better, which will hold off Brandon Curry. That will be the issue there. Because if Martin comes in worse and then he drops, it would be sort of weird. So I think Martin will come in better. The pressure's going to be off more. He's just got to give it his best and come back as good as he can. Because Martin is a phenomenal bodybuilder. Yeah, Brandon, no words for that BS call out. 100%. 100%. Okay, let me have a quick look on Instagram, see if there's anything. Oh, we've got Arnold's story. That's pretty cool. Arnold's story is so good. I'll share that to my story on Instagram. You can go check it out. Follow Desktop Bodybuilding on there. I'm just sharing that to my Instagram now so you can check out Arnold's story. It's so funny with Andrew Jacked. Nick Walker there. Is there anything else around? Not really. Oh, look, that's an epic photo. Oh, wait, you guys can't even see me on the screen right now. Don't know if you guys can see this. That's such an epic photo. I'll share that one on my story too. There we go. Just having a quick look at your comment before I wrap it up. Oh, someone said Nick is due in May. Andrew is watery. Arnold's not even looking at Nick. Horrible lighting, especially on darker skin. I don't think it's horrible. I don't ever love the lighting behind guys, like the screens and stuff, but I don't think it's horrible. Someone said, please don't put yourself on the screen. Get out of here. Nick needs, oh man. I'd say some of these guys are a little smooth, like Hadi smoother than he normally is. Raphael is definitely smoother. Martin isn't his same Prague condition or same as the Olympia either. Andrew never comes in the hardest as well. So we haven't got like the conditioning kings here, but Nick is in very good shape here. So Sam Sulek placed 8th in the Classic Physique, which is a great pro debut. He beat a couple of guys, and it's like as full of like sort of pro show winners and guys that have done very well in pro shows. So shout out to Sam Sulek, a great pro debut. Look at Brandon Curry on that side tricep. Anyway, guys, that is it for this stream. I will be back tomorrow, so you have to subscribe and click that little bell button, that notification. That way you'll be notified when I do go live tomorrow. Stay tuned to Desktop Bodybuilding. Don't switch off. I will have another video probably later tonight as well in a couple of hours, breaking this one down. Anyway, that's it for me. My name is Xavier Wills. This is Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are out.